Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Thursday, April 25th, 2013. This is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I'm Terrell Harden. In today's headlines, a factory building in Bangladesh exploded Wednesday morning, killing 149 people. The trial has begun for accused Texas murderer Bartholomew Granger. A fuel barge explosion in Mobile, Alabama, wounded 3 workers last night. Stephenville City Limits has planned a benefit concert to raise relief funds for West Texas. The Texan baseball team has been ranked number 5 in the region, as well as today's weather. Now today's top story. According to the Associated Press, workers trapped in the wreckage of a collapsed factory building in Bangladesh yesterday cried out for help as rescuers struggled to reach survivors of a disaster that killed at least 149 people and reignited questions about the often lethal conditions in the country's garments industry. An Army Brigade general said many people are still trapped in the building, which housed a number of garment factories, employing hundreds of people when it came tumbling down Wednesday morning. The disaster came less than 5 months after a factory fire killed 112 people and underscored the unsafe conditions faced by Bangladesh garments workers, who produce clothes for global brands worn around the world. Searchers worked through the night to cut holes into the jumbled mess of the concrete with drills or their bare hands, passing water and flashlights to those pinned inside the building. And now, here is Lauren speaking with IFC Representative Kyle Williams. Lauren?
Thank you, Terrell. I'm with IFC member Kyle Williams. Kyle, can you tell us what IFC is?
Well, Lauren, IFC is Interfraternity Council, and it's a legislative body consisting of an executive board, programming cabinets, and delegates of different chapter fraternities on campus.
What does IFC do?
Well, IFC organizes joint activities throughout the fraternities, and also every year we're a sense of a marketing tool to get people to come into Greek Week and come into the Greek life on campus. We organize everything that goes on during Greek Week and just help promote Greek life on Tarleton State's campus.
What is your job as an IFC member?
My job as an IFC member is to be a delegate to Kappa Delta Rho Fraternity. So I go into the meetings and take in the information, take notes, and I take all the new things that we plan on doing, and I go back to my chapter and lay it out for them and take a vote and go back and yeah.
What can we expect from IFC next fall?
Well, we can expect a new setup for Greek Week. We're changing up the rotations and the different activities during the week to make it a more funner environment for everybody to come into, and a better chance for the new people coming into Greek Week to meet with the different fraternities and have a better chance of picking which fraternity they'd like to rush.
Thank you so much for this interview, and back to you, Terrell.
In regional news, no sooner had the dust settled from last week's fertilizer plant explosion in West than Edorath County residents began formulating plans to help local groups, organizations, and businesses have collected everything from food, clothing, and bottled water to diapers, toys, and animal supplies for victims in West. As that effort continues, 2 local business owners are hoping to raise money for the victims by hosting a benefit concert. VW and Cynthia Stevens, owners of City Limits, will host a benefit concert from 5 to 9 p.m. on Friday. According to the City Limits website, Texas country star C.B. Sutton will headline the event, and other acoustic performers will also take the stage. Tickets to the concert will not be sold, and instead attendees will be asked to give whatever they feel comfortable with giving. City Limits is also serving as a drop-off site for blankets, pillows, food, medical supplies, and other items victims may need. And now today's state and national news from the Associated Press. In state news, Bartholomew Granger's attorney admits there is no questions that Granger is responsible for opening fire last year outside a courthouse in southeast Texas, killing an innocent bystander in a failed attempt to kill his daughter, who had accused him of sexual assault. Opening statements for Granger's capital murder trial began Monday, and it appears his defense team's goal is to keep the 42-year-old Houston man off death row. Sonny Cribbs, lead attorney for Granger, said last week it's hard to imagine a person not going to be found guilty of the offense. Prosecutors, however, are seeking the death penalty for Granger for the March 14, 2012 shooting spree outside the Jefferson County Courthouse in downtown Vermont that left 3 others wounded, including Granger's daughter, her mother, and another person. Granger waited outside the courthouse in his truck shortly before noon when he opened fire. Minnie Ray Seabolt, 79, was the innocent bystander from nearby Deweyville that was caught in the crossfire and killed as she tried to run to the courthouse while others under attack dropped to the ground. Granger fired more shots from his truck, hitting his daughter 3 times, then running her over as he fled. Granger's daughter was seriously hurt. The other surviving victims had less serious injuries. If Granger is convicted of the capital murder, his defense team will try to save him from the death penalty by showing jurors their client is not a continuing danger or that other circumstances such as sexual misconduct trial drove Granger to the open fire. In national news, firefighters in Mobile, Alabama, and the Coast Guards responded Wednesday night to 4 explosions on 2 fuel barges in the Mobile River, and left 3 people injured. Fire and rescue crews were responding to 2 explosions and a fire at the national gas barges. When 3rd explosion occurred, a 4th explosion was then reported just before 10 p.m. 3 people were hospitalized with burns. Fire officials said they planned to let the barges burn until the night because the situation was too unstable. The explosions rattled the windows of houses in downtown, blew doors open in the Spanish Fort area, and aftershock were reported in Bay Minette and Fort Morgan. Coast Guard's officials have not determined the cause of the fire yet. In sports news, according to TarletonSports.com, the Tarleton Texans baseball team is number 5 in the initial set of NCAA Division II South Central Regional rankings, which were released Wednesday evening. The Texans, who are ranked number 21 in the nation, are 28-14-1 overall and have a 23-13-1 in region record. Following its 3-1 series win over Abilene Christian in Stephenville this past weekend, Tarleton comes in at number 5 this week, while Colorado Mesa comes in at number 1. Tarleton is one of the 5 Lone Star Conference teams ranked in this week's regional poll. Tarleton will host its final LCS Conference series of the regular season this weekend at the Cameron Aggies, coming to town for a 4-game set. The Texans and Aggies will meet up this Saturday and Sunday, playing a pair of doubleheaders each day. First pitch is set for 1 p.m. on both days. Today's weather is a high of 68 and a low of 55 with a 20% chance of precipitation. Today's broadcast was produced by Ian Traub, Sarah Rader, Chelsea Bradley, Lauren Lay, Dominique Martin, and Daryl Blair. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I am Terrell Harden. Tune in tomorrow for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville.